Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into Subnautica, a survival game set on an alien ocean planet. It's been out for a while. It's been on my radar too. I just haven't had the time to hop into it. So we're jumping into it now for the first time. You guys are gonna get my first impressions. Let's see if it lives up to the hype. Alright, so the game kicks off with you on your ship crashing onto this planet. And you're left stranded in the middle of an ocean, an unknown alien ocean. I listened to a little bit of the lore. Maybe we'll get into that in another video, but the lore sounds hella interesting. But I do have to say the first thing that struck me, it was just how vast this world feels. Like the moment you wake up after the crash, you're greeted with a fire like right in front of you, and you gotta. The first thing I noticed when I woke up was the fire extinguisher. Like it's right there. It's like basically lit up for you to grab. So I grabbed that, I put out the fire. But right after that, it was just how vast the ocean was. Like, and the sense of isolation, it hits hard right away. Like it's just like, damn, am I out here by myself in this ocean? And the fact that there's no one here to like really guide you. It hits hard. Just this part right here, like this is all my gameplay too, by the way. Like this is just, it's insane. Like look how far that ocean goes. The world is beautiful, but it's also really intimidating. Like you're not just surviving against the environment, you're also surviving in it. You need to eat, drink, dodge enemies. I don't want to say enemies. Dodge these fish that like explode. That's the first thing that got me. And the noise they make was just like, oh my god, what the hell is that? What the hell is that? But the water looks so amazing with the sunlight filtering through it. Gameplay wise, Subnautica is all about survival. You're constantly collecting resources, crafting tools, and building your base. You start off with nothing, and you have to collect, as you see, acid, mushrooms. You got to collect these rocks that have different minerals in them. Eventually you'll get a knife, and then you can take the coral, and you get titanium, copper, metals of all sorts, and you can create other things to expand your ship, to build a base. Subnautica is a very hands-on experience. You have to keep an eye out on your hunger and thirst, like I said before, and your health. But it's not all about surviving. There's a lot of crafting and building involved. The game does a great job of making you feel like the process is rewarding. For example, like crafting a new tool or upgrading your gear, it's really satisfying. Like I upgraded my O2 tank, and I was able to stay underwater for so much longer. And I felt like, damn, I should have did this a long time ago. I was really struggling, having to dive down and go back up, dive down and go back up to get my oxygen back. But it feels like a real accomplishment. But it is not all smooth sailing. As you explore, you'll encounter all sorts of creatures, both big and small. The world feels alive with schools of fish, massive sea creatures, and terrifying predators. Like I spoke about before, the exploding fish that seem to have no problem reminding you that you're not on the top of the food chain. And let me tell you, some of these creatures are terrifying. I was not prepared for the first time that I got up close with a big predator. I won't show any gameplay here. I don't want you guys to see. I want you guys to experience that for yourself. The feeling of being small and vulnerable in a world that's so much bigger than you, it's terrifying. And it really ramps up the tension. It's moments like this that makes Subnautica so compelling. The consistent threat of something lurking beneath the surface keeps you on edge. The game does not hold your hand when it comes to the story. Instead of like a traditional narrative, you're piecing together the mystery of what happened to your ship and the planet by finding data logs, wreckage, and strange structures as you explore. It's a much more immersive way of storytelling, and I really appreciate how the game lets you discover everything at your own pace. I really do. Like being able to just go out and collect what I need to collect, and then being able to hop over and do the story is fantastic. As I've explored so far, I've come across some crazy stuff within this wreckage, and I really want to know what's behind it all. I want to know what happened. I want to know what's going on. The mystery is slowly unfolding, but it's clear there's a lot more to this world than meets the eye, than just a big vast ocean. There's so much more. I haven't really gotten into the base building aspect of the game yet because I need more materials. But from what I've seen, and I've watched very little on this game. Like, the only thing I watched before starting it up was a trailer before it gripped me, before it was time to really dive into Subnautica. But I've seen some bases. Basically, you can build a base where you can store equipment, and you can store your resources and everything, and you can craft more advanced equipment, and take shelter from whatever the hell is lurking out in the water. But the process of building, it seems very satisfying. Like, it's very simple. And I'm really excited to hop into that part because I've been playing a lot of survival games, and I'm really looking forward to what Subnautica has to offer. So, what's the verdict so far? Well, Subnautica has definitely impressed me. The world is gorgeous and immersive. The survival mechanics are solid. The sense of danger is literally always there. I'm constantly wondering what's just beneath the surface, and the mystery makes every dive into the ocean feel like an adventure. Every single dive. The crafting feels very rewarding. Once I get to the base building, I'm imagining that it's going to be just as good. The constant need to upgrade your gear and explore further, that keeps you moving. Like, it's satisfying. But I'll be honest, I am a little nervous about what lies deeper in the ocean. The deeper you go, the more dangerous it becomes. And I'm not sure how I'm ready to face whatever horrors await below. Overall, Subnautica has definitely left a strong first impression. I can see why this game has such a dedicated fan base. If you love exploration, survival, and a good mystery, this game is definitely worth checking out. And if you played it already, let me know down in the comments what I should be looking out for next. What's the scariest thing I should be prepared for? That's it for my first impressions. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep your eyes on the water.